Welcome to the initial public presentation for the McCarty Ranch Preserve Conceptual Master Plan for Recreation Amenities. This project is being led by the City of Port St. Lucie Parks and Recreation Department, the Port St. Lucie Utility System Department, and the consultant team by Kimberly Horn. My name is Nick Kuhn, and I'm the lead park planner and project manager from Kimberly Horn. This presentation consists of three primary portions. The first is an overview of master planning process and schedule, an initial site evaluation findings, and a highlight of next steps. We first begin by highlighting the context of the preserve. On your screen, you'll see an image of McCarty Ranch Preserve with an inset to the right, identifying the location of the preserve in context to the City of Port St. Lucie limits shown in white. The preserve is located to the far western end of the city limits and consists of approximately 3,107 acres. The land is primarily a mix of pinelands and lakes from mining operations and grazing lands. The site was purchased by the city in 2012 and annexed into the city in 2013. The preserve is named for the McCarty family, who were prior owners and prominent family within St. Lucie County. The family utilized the site for cattle ranching, which continues through existing leases today. The site is to be the future location for the St. Lucie River C23 water quality project. This project will focus on drinking water storage and treatment in the preserve. Future and enhanced recreation amenities should be complementary to the future utility needs of the site. The site is accessible from Range Line Road to the east through an approximately 2-mile access road. The master planning process consists of 4 primary steps. The first is data collection and site evaluation. This consists of site visits, environmental assessments, utility coordination, and identification of opportunities and constraints. Step 2 is the initial public engagement phase. This includes stakeholder interviews, online website and survey, virtual presentations, in-person events such as the Harvest, Hayride, and Bonfire event, and ultimate development of recommendations for a site program. Step 3 is development of conceptual plan or plans, identification of phasing recommendations, a summary of benefits and constraints, and additional public engagement. The last step, step 4, is development of a master plan document and cost estimate, as well as additional public engagement consisting of City Council presentation. The project initially kicked off in August of 2023 with the data collection and site evaluation. The first step will conclude by the beginning of December. Step 2 is currently underway and began in mid-September with stakeholder interviews and will continue through mid-December. Additional public engagement opportunities are identified in the schedule in orange. The initial concept development will begin in December and be completed in 2024. The last step, master planning, will begin in spring of 2024 with the targeted completion in May of 2024. Public participation is the cornerstone of this master plan. There are multiple opportunities identified throughout the master plan, and this includes an existing online survey available for completion. Access to the survey can be obtained by visiting the project website and clicking on Survey for the link. You can access the project website by scanning the QR code to the right of the screen. The survey is approximately 5 minutes in length, and we encourage all interested parties to complete the survey and encourage others as well. Future opportunities within the master plan process consist of an in-person opportunity at the Harvest, Hayride, and Bonfire event at McCarty Ranch Preserve on October 21st from 2 to 8 p.m. An additional public workshop in early February 2024, as well as City Council presentation in May of 2024, are tentatively identified as well. Additional information for these public events will be included and updated on the project website. Let's talk a little bit about the initial site evaluation findings. We begin first by talking about guiding documents that influence the master plan for the preserve. This includes the St. Lucie River C23 Water Quality and Restoration Project. This master plan is shown in the image to the right on the screen. McCarty Ranch Preserve is identified in red outline with future phases of the project identified within the preserve as 7B and 7A. The primary use within the preserve will be for water storage and treatment. This is to help meet the drinking water needs of the projected population of the city in the future. Plans include to pump water from the nearby C-23 canal, store it on site in reservoirs and lakes, and in deep aquifer storage and recovery wells during annual wet seasons. A future water treatment plant, storage facility, and recovery system will encompass approximately 25 acres of the preserve. The existing lakes in the preserve will be converted to use as drinking water reservoirs. Overall timeframe for these projects within the preserve is tentatively identified by the year 2040. Another guiding document is the city's 10-year Parks and Recreation System Master Plan. On the screen is the Parks and Recreation System vision. This shows citywide recommendations for parks and recreation facilities. McCarty Ranch is identified in the yellow circle located in the bottom left. The preserve is identified as city park property. Though no recreation facilities or community-wide recreation or sports facilities were recommended for McCarty Ranch Preserve, the preserve can help meet additional needs from across the city. The two charts are from the Recreation Master Plan results and focus on facilities and programs that are currently in high need across the city. The number to each bar line represents the number of households within the city that currently have a need that is being met 50% or less. Identified at the top of each list are activities and facilities that are highly conducive to the existing facilities at McCarty Ranch Preserve. The preserve has the ability or the opportunity to potentially provide and meet many of the outdoor and nature-based recreation opportunities from city residents. Focusing on the central area of the preserve, the map on your screen identifies a focus area of approximately 750 acres, shown in the pink outline. This consists of the existing lakes as well as the conservation easement shown in green. This area also constitutes the primary areas of existing recreation facilities. This includes an existing restroom and shower building, a utility building and meeting rooms, paved parking spaces, 13 existing primitive campsites, 6 existing RV campsites, an existing 18-hole disc golf course, as well as hiking, biking, and horseback riding trails. Also identified on this image are additional site elements. This includes an FPL easement shown in light green, identification of existing railroad crossings and the Florida East Coast Railroad line, wetland locations shown in blue, and proposed water quality project areas shown in light blue shading on the eastern end of the site. 2 proposed prior planning efforts for additional campsites, as well as prior additional parking spaces, have been identified for documentation on this base aerial as well. The primary focus area is shown in yellow in the central area of the image. This focus area included an environmental assessment of critical habitats. Lakes, identified by the number 520, are the largest land use, representing over 350 acres of the focus area. Open land, identified by the number 190, and improved pastures, 211, are additional large land uses. Critical habitats primarily consist of freshwater marshes, 641, wetland forested mixed, 630, and hydric pine flatwoods, 625. These areas are concentrated in the northeast and eastern areas of the focus area. Wetlands consist of over 113 acres of the focus area and are shown in purple. The existing lakes are shown in blue, and the existing conservation easement is shown in green. The highest concentration of wetlands is in the northeast and eastern areas of the focus area. The focus area is also assessed in terms of floodplain, historic, archaeological resources, and listed species. The entire focus area is within FEMA floodplain designated areas Zone X. This means it is outside 100 and 500-year flood zones. The focus area also includes no historic or archaeological resources documented, and observed the listed species on site were limited, with additional surveys identified as needed pending proposed improvements. Several local, state, and water district permits would be required for additional development or impacts within the focus area. This master plan, though representing the focus area, is not necessarily limited to this outline and will assess other areas as needed. Let's talk about next steps. Within the project, for targeted completion by late December, we'll include initial public engagement activities. Stakeholder interviews and outreach are ongoing. A harvest festival and bonfire event at McCarty Ranch on October 21st, as well as the online survey, which is available for completion between October 20th and November 20th. This information will help in the development of the site program definition. The site program definition consists of the recommendations on the types of amenities and is based upon initial public input, prior citywide Parks and Recreation System Master Plan recommendations, as well as site evaluation and surveys. We encourage you to complete the online survey and provide valuable information into the master planning process. You can access this by scanning the QR code on the screen to the right to access the project website and clicking on the link for the online survey. You may see business cards and yard signs throughout the city encouraging participation in this master plan, and we encourage you to ask your friends, neighbors, and coworkers to help in this master plan process. Thank you, and we look forward to providing additional input and updates on the master plan for McCarty Ranch Preserve in the future.